Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Las Vegas Promise Neighborhood Podcast, brought to you by Nevada Partners, powered by TechStars, discussing topics affecting communities of color. Our objective is to break the cycle of generational poverty and create a more just, equitable, and racial inclusive community.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Thanks so much. If you're tuning in right now, happy Labor Day weekend. So excited because we've got the Prince of Pop with us this morning. We've got Rico and his mother, Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining us today. Rico is a 10-year-old CEO. He's also an author, and he's the founder and maker of Rico's Pop. And today we got SJ, the president of WOW, joining us. So let's have an amazing conversation. How are you feeling this morning?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, let's get right into it. Can you just tell us, Rico, a little bit more about what you're doing?
So my business, as you know, I sell popcorn, but it's not just regular popcorn because as a kid I ate popcorn a lot, and the kernels used to get stuck between teeth and in my teeth, and it was pretty annoying. So we went to Corpa since popcorn wasn't working well, and we just made a business out of it.
That's cool. So you solved your own problems in that.
Mhm.
Fantastic. And what inspired you to want to be an entrepreneur?
So what inspired me is that for generations, people in my family have been making business after business after business, and I would like to be the next generation of businessmen or women.
I love that. What do you think, Jennifer? I mean, how do you help Rico be a successful entrepreneur?
Well, the only thing that I can do is show them the way. Like you said, in our family, that's just something that you do. You find a business and you start your own business. You know, I have my business, and he saw me be working and putting things together and being creative, and he wanted to have his own thing. So now we're able to work together, which is awesome. That's one thing that's a little bit different from previous businesses in my family. It was, Grandpa had his own thing, and the kids did their own thing. So now it's something that we can do together. So,
I love that. That's like a family business right there.
exactly.
And you get to spend more time with your mom. What do you think, I'd say?
I think it's very great just to see a young African American man, starting his own business. I think, one of my questions for him would be, getting older. As you get older, you have a lot of ideas form into your head. So, do you think this is something that you want to continue for the rest of your life, or do you want to move on to bigger projects and hire employees?
I feel like if I stayed this way forever, I could make like a good life out of it. But I want to go bigger
Okay.
with everything that I have currently. I could turn it into maybe a whole entire factory.
That's epic. So where are you making the Rico's Pop right now?
We're actually making it at our home.
You're making it at home. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cottage food operation. That's what the state calls it. When you prepare the foods at home, it's a cottage food operation. But we are interested in moving into a commercial kitchen and doing it that way. So it's
That's epic. Have you all kind of mapped that out, like in terms of what that looks like?
we found a few places. So it's just a matter of finding the right fit for his business.
Yeah. And going back to ask this question, I think are there other businesses you have in mind that you may want to do, whether that's now or 10 years from now?
Other businesses that I might want to do, I really want to start like a whole like robotic school
Yeah, tell
and
me,
a
tell us more.
business school to teach kids at a very young age how to make a business. So later in life, they don't have like the struggle of everything that it is.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. And you're already kind of doing a little bit with Rico Rocks at problem solving. Can you tell us more about what that is?
So, Rico's Rockin Pop is my own book that I created. And it's basically how I started my business from being a kid, regularly playing soccer and eating snacks to a whole entire business.
So, from eating snacks to running a business, that's what the book is about?
The problems that he solved along the way that
Oh,
started
I
his
see.
business.
I see. Yeah. Exactly. So you're really teaching the concept of business problem solving for others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Rico, I got one more question for you. Who are your inspirations? Who inspired you to get into entrepreneurship? Who inspires you every day?
That's a lot. There's a lot of people that inspire me. Um, well, there's honestly different things that I'm doing that have like connections to my business. So with the business started my rap career, and rapping and singing was inspired by the hip hop himself, Michael Jackson, and my whole business started. Uh, I honestly got a lot of inspiration from my great grandma. She has her own business, and it is really.
Yeah. What kind of business does your great grandmother have?
I think she could teach us how to be good.
He teaches life skills. So it's all about, he focuses on entrepreneurship, but also how to interact in the workplace and how to just be adulting. He teaches people how to interact in a business setting.
Yeah.
That's a great business right there. Okay, so you said the king of pop, man. That's I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Um, so growing up, it's kind of hard being a young person and entrepreneuring. So, how do you make time for your kid life? Not just all work, but get some play in there too.
Well, what we do is we have like a whole planning chart, so I have time to have fun and also work hard sometimes.
That's cool. So what are some of the things that go into the planning chart? For the folks that are listening that want to build more order into their lives.
So the planning chart is basically we make an idea or we sign up for maybe a launch, yeah, an event, and we sign it on our plan card. Sometimes we try making new popcorns, and if we have like multiple new popcorns coming out, we might schedule one day for like a launch party for all those new or different popcorn.
And one thing that I really try to do is to find events that we can have fun at. So, that aren't as strict where you have to stand behind a table for, 4 hours and do that. I find events that are very kid friendly and that he can run his day and then still have fun and hang out with his friends a little bit as well. So we try to find those types of events.
I hope the Westside Market was a little bit like that this past summer here at Nevada Partners.
It was awesome. We had the best time. Rico had his booth. There were tons of other kid vendors. We had some rappers. Rico was able to perform with some of his other friends that do music as well. It was amazing. So you guys were there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I was really surprised by it because they did better than some grown people that would have got up there saying they can rap, and it was great. But another question from me, Miss Jennifer, is how do you guys use? Like I said, he wants to do more businesses. So how have you taught him the importance of investing? And do you guys invest in anything in Vegas? Any other businesses?
We've talked about it. So at this stage in his business, what we're doing is we're getting his foundation set up. And then, once he has the overflow, it's like, okay, well, what other kid businesses, what other organizations do you believe in, and do you see that you could partner with and go from there? So that's what we're establishing right now, getting his foundation together, and then we can go and connect with other businesses.
Right. Okay. So Rico, another question for you. what do you want to do when you grow up? Is there like a certain career you want to be into, or you just want to be an entrepreneur businessman?
And that's my question. I'm into different stuff. Um, Kids at young ages, they honestly can't really figure out what they want to be at such a young age. They, like me, they go through different things that they might want to be. Some go considering on what they're good at, some go considering on if they would like to do that or not.
I know that one thing that I think about is that there are so many jobs today that weren't a thing at all 10 years ago. And Rico's 10 years old. So you can just imagine, like, even from today, what kind of jobs he'll have available once he's old enough that we would never even imagine, that don't even have a name then. So I think that that's really cool to have the whole world open up for you.
Right. And that's real because I'm 20 years old and I still don't know what I want to do. It's hard because you going through life. It's like, dang, your mind changes every other day, every other minute, and like, so I really felt that. And I thank you for your honesty.
I'm a little bit older than 20 and I'm not quite so yet either.
There's just so much to do nowadays. Back in the day, it was like, you had a couple things you could pick from, but now it's like it's so much to do. You got influence on social media. You got moral and ethical views that come in play. So it's hard.
But even though it's so hard, I mean, like each of y'all at this school are doing something. Like doing something, exploring, learning, being active about it, which I think is great. Those experiences lead on to the next one. And just helps us continue building onto it. So, whether it's becoming the chief scientist of your robotics lab or running another business school or whatever other business you might be doing, Rico, 10 years from now or whatever else it might be, going to college, all these experiences are building into each other. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you're learning a lot by having a business that you didn't get a chance to learn in a context like school?
Yes. So having a business, you learn about income, you learn how to be respectful to other people, and you learn a lot of different things from just having a small business.
Yeah.
Along with people for sure. People do business with people that they like. So, interpersonal skills for sure.
Also, if there's like any parents out there that want their kids to start a business, or if there's any kids out there that want to start a business and ask their parents, the best place to start selling your product is maybe farmers market is a good idea, because at farmers markets there's a lot of space, there's different people to hang out with, and you can also do your business at the same time. Um, Another place are birthday parties, maybe, or parades, that maybe even like carnivals that you could sell at, because it mixes like fun, but you also have to do your business at the same time. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it takes a ton of skills. It takes a ton of skills to do what you're doing. And I'm curious, like, how did you feel learning about it, like at the carnival or at the West Side Market or all these other places? Like, were you nervous when you first got into it? Can you share a little bit more?
yeah, when I first got into having a business was actually my first pop up was actually at a parade. So it was kind of exciting, but since we were in a shop and everybody was watching the parade outside, we didn't get much sales. We still got sales, but it wasn't much. So I asked some of my friends and my family members to help me go outside and sell popcorn, see if people like it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's when we went out onto the parade route and talked to people and had samples and, sales and that type of thing. So that was one of the problems that he solved. And it's just a way to, for any business, you're going to need to be able to get out to the people to make your product known. Um, and you can't do that hiding it back somewhere. So
Absolutely.
Right. So, are you guys just like located in like do you guys sell only in Vegas, or are you guys like all across the country?
So we do pop-up shops in farmers markets and things in Las Vegas. So, for the most part, it's just selling locally. We does have a book that, the Rico Rock the Problem Solving. So we're happy to see that all over the world if you like.
Okay.
Awesome. Where can people get it?
So we used to sell our books on Rico Rock, but now we do it on Amazon. You can also buy one on our website at ricosRockinPop.com.
All right.
The book is available at his website and on Amazon.
So, how many different flavors of popcorn do you have?
Um, so we got the original was the first one, banana pudding was the second, then we had the moon rock, which was the third, party pop. It was first named Princess Pop, but since like apparently boys didn't really order it because of the name, so we renamed it Party Pop. Then we had we had the
Problem solving.
we had the brown sugar and cinnamon, which was the fifth. Sixth was the hot rock, and we came out with a new one like 2 months ago. The pecan pop.
All sound like amazing flavors. What's your favorite part about doing the business? Is it being the finances with your mom? Is it making new flavors? Is it being out there at events? Something else?
My favorite part about having the business is honestly making new ideas for popcorn.
Yeah.
Because then I get to draw what the popcorn might look like and draw it in art is one of my favorites to do in the meantime. And the another thing that I like about having a business is I get to meet new like business vendors. I also get to help people, but while meeting new business vendors, you get to meet new friends
Mm-hmm.
that might stick with you all your life.
Great. Yeah, I'm totally in agreement there. I mean, it's so awesome to just be able to do business with people that you care about, like your mom. You don't have a family business, do it with your friends, right? And that way, like, why not? If you do business with somebody, why not do it with somebody that you like and enjoy the company?
Exactly. The people that you trust, your home.
Yeah, yeah, and don't have your back. And especially like as you're figuring this out, as you're going to school, like how has that balance been with school? Like, like has your teachers and other classmates been supportive of your entrepreneurial journey?
Actually, yes. So the first time I talked about my business was I think early fourth grade. Yeah, early third grade. Everybody was like so excited, especially the teacher. She she wanted to like buy some popcorn for the class and stuff, and literally like uh,
I know that you
last
got a request from the librarian too.
yeah like literally try yesterday. I gave the librarian my new book, and she loved it. She told me to sign it. She I don't remember if she asked me where like can like buy even more books to have them in the library, but that experience was one shocking because at first I didn't really think that my book would be in public regular libraries. And second, I was very excited to know that my book was going to be in a public library.
Congratulations. I'd love to pose a question to all of us here right now. And it's let's take a moment on this Saturday morning to express a moment of gratitude. What are you grateful for? And I just like to use this on podcast. It's a great opportunity to kind of like reset and think about what's making us grateful. I'll just kick us off. I'm so grateful for Nevada partners and for all of the folks that are here, like Estee, you folks for coming in on a Saturday, for Ella for always being hardcore consistent, and just the community of like organizers and entrepreneurs that are here. And I'll take it over to you. Jennifer. What are you feeling grateful for today?
I'm grateful for community. Like the community really shows up for Rico's business. And like I'm not even from here. I'm from the Southern California area. So for people in Las Vegas to support my baby, like just I love it, and I'm so grateful that the community really steps up for Rico.
While you think about it, Rico, what about you, Estee? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for life, and I'm grateful for the ability. I'm grateful that we've come this far, that we can have conversations like this. Because maybe like a decade or two back, we wouldn't even be able to be joined like this. So I'm thankful for the advancement, and I'm thankful. We got young people being entrepreneurs now. You didn't really see that back in the day. So now it's like I feel like we're starting to do something right with our generation, because it's like we're instilling good things at a young age. So that's what I'm thankful for sure.
So I'm grateful for my family, people who have been supporting me from the beginning to now, and I'm thankful for like kids that also want businesses. It makes me really happy that sooner or later they're going to be like maybe 90 businesses that kids made when they were like 11.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Before I ask next set of questions, do y'all have any questions for me or Estee in the context of Nevada partners, or in the context of marketing or business? Or anything like that?
So what's the plan for the podcast? Like, what do you guys envision, going on here?
Yeah, so I mean, we've got this space right now, and we just need space recently. The podcast studio itself needs some more of it. So we get like multiple cameras. Right now we're using the phone, so I want to do that. And then we probably want to line this up with more tables and make this a tool system. And so this is an opportunity to, and Jennifer, want to come in here more often. Like, where's the laptop? That's kind of like what
Absolutely.
we're trying to say.
Absolutely. He was just really excited about the little office pod things that we have back there.
Yeah, for sure. And that way, like, if you want to do your own podcast, maybe you could pick up too. You can come and use the space. Like, we want to make this space like community space, and fill it up with, young, not young, but, like up and coming professionals and entrepreneurs, as well as like young people, and just like build a space of amazing collaboration. If I could wave a magic wand, and amount of time, like in 2 or 3 months, you'd have like at least 40 people here, like 20 entrepreneurs and 20 students working together.
Perfect. Perfect. So we'll get to talking about that problem solving part. We'll see.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
So my question uh, what's your guys' biggest investment?
My biggest investment, I'd say my time. You know, because you don't get that back. That's one thing that you get back is your time. So my biggest investment is time here. I'm here more than a lot of people. If you really ask anyone,
I see you a lot.
yeah. Coming through, I first came to Nevada Partners not knowing what it was, not knowing what I was, nothing they were about. And I came through and I was like, I like what they do. And so I worked my way up to the top. I became the president of the leadership program here. And, it's been a great ride so far. And I hope to do more and, grow more and impact more people, put smiles on more faces. So I think that's my biggest investment is time.
Awesome. I love that. I think you've definitely been growing super fast a lot, since I've known you. And to answer your question, Rico, for me, I think my biggest investment also is time is the time I invested to go to college. I know there's a lot of debate about, whether or not college is the right thing. And for me, my investment into that time and the money that I took to go to college, the biggest return on investment I got from that was the relationship building. It's like all of the networks, with all of the people that I got in contact with. It wasn't necessarily about the biology class that I took, but it was about the people that I met in the class, outside of the class that I know to this day.
That's right. That's right. I think one of the biggest things I can tell you, Rico, is when you get to high school, when you get to college, it's like don't waste those years. Those years are important. Like I have so many friends that tell me all the time, like, bro, I wish I would have took high school more serious, or wish I would have been involved, or wish I would have had fun. Because it's like after that, it's like the real world hits you. But like yeah, I mean, we are going back to college real soon, so you know. And Rico, do you want to go to college? That's a question for you.
It's a hard choice because I want to have a career, but honestly, I feel like if I go to college, I'm going to study even more than just like elementary, um, sixth grade, high school, and college. I'm probably going to study even more than that, so I know more about the world, how to handle everything that might be going on later in my life.
All right. Is there any more questions for us? Anything else you guys wanted to know?
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, hey, well, how would you like to leave this up? What would you want to tell the folks that are listening now? How can they get in touch with you, buy some pop?
So, what they can do, y'all can stay tuned with what me and my mom are doing, and like the rest of the people that are supporting my business at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Rico Rockin Pop. And you can buy popcorn, new T-shirt that I am
Oh,
wearing
I
right
love
now.
it. Young Black and Poppin.
The Young Black and Poppin T-shirt. You can buy a sweater, and yeah.
At thosRockinPop.com.
All right.
So all of that is available on the website.
All right, Ms. Jennifer, do you have a call to action to leave to anybody? You know, I heard Rico's earlier. You know, I'm telling the kids don't be scared to get out into our entrepreneurship. But do you have any, you know, call to action to the kids and parents out there?
My recommendation is just to tap in. There are resources in the community who can help you do whatever your idea is. So I would say to reach out to organizations like Nevada Partners to honestly, if you see me and Rico around town, we can give us the idea. We can see what we know. But to tap into your resources is my recommendation.
All right.
You want to add anything else to that?
Yeah. So, as I said, for kids who don't want to or want to make a business, I know that like with the pandemic last year that was in school, people got to do whatever they wanted,
Yeah.
lay down, do anything. But with a business, you can't really do that.
No.
It takes a lot of work just to find out what your product is going to be. Specific things take a lot of work. Say you're going to make T-shirts that take hard work, progress. You're going to have to set up a website if you want to sell it online. It takes a lot of work to make a business, and if you want to make a worldwide business, you're going to have to work extra hard.
So be ready for it.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. Thank you all so much for joining us. You know, again on a Saturday for Labor Day weekend. I know you're juggling school and selling pop on the weekend, so thank everybody for being here. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Now, Papa to the outro.
This will conclude the West Las Vegas Neighborhood Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in today, and we will see you next time.